It's like, don't use your phone and ride a bike, but maybe you can. I don't know. Just be safe, right? But to get back to the video and the important matter at hand is, I never claimed to be shit, and the general to behind the scenes collective projections that are thrown at me casually, generally, whether it has its own nuanced blends of accuracy or inaccuracy, the collective projection on me is not necessarily my responsibility as it is for you. What other people think about you, you can only do so much to safeguard yourself from that, but we can't let it affect us on a mental way. But the thing is, I'm not claiming to be shit, and how there's like a general nuanced collective projection on how just reality sees me, whether that's accurate or not inaccurate, that's not necessarily the matter at hand. There's a bigger matrix test happening to see if we could, to see if we could just equalize our own cause and effects on a basic level. Because for me to simplify a bunch of shit casually, it's for my own grace intelligence. Because what's going on is, generally, as we move through life, we have a nuanced mental incomfortability because we don't know the effects to our cause. And generally what's happening here is, we're seeing how like we might need each other in different ways, not just saying it just to say it, because I listen to a lot of different things, including myself. And some of it is just like, what's the point, like what's the real point? But we don't necessarily have that intelligence or knowingness to find out what the point is, we don't necessarily want the point because that's just where we're at. And I'm not like targeting anybody, but so like we all could be subject to that like notion of just quote unquote not giving an F, end quote, in like in just an ignorant way, just to put it like scientifically, and I'm not trying to condescend anybody, but the thing is, the general collective projection upon me and however they react and respond just by seeing what I am, whatever they think of me, that's not necessarily my responsibility, and whatever, and it's not necessarily accurate, and if it is accurate, it doesn't matter, because it like there's no like credible evidence to say someone could be something. That doesn't really matter. But the thing here is like, I'm like super whatever about it too, and like obviously there's different ranges, and there's different like quote unquote standard severities, end quote. Like I get how someone could like laugh at me, like, but the thing is, within the nature matrix cause and effect system, if someone throws a stone at you and they ask for your help in the future, how do you respond to them? And what if that's happening on a bigger spiritual magnified macro level, but we're just simply unknown to that fact? Because I could see how anybody can laugh at me for whatever reason. Great. Like, what is that really doing? It's just getting you like, it's just tickling your ego and giving you a temporary high. For what reason? Like, that shit don't really matter, but like, feel free to like respond and react to me however you may. And I never claimed to be shit, but however you see me, there's like there's a own like there's portions of accuracy and inaccuracy there, I'm sure, but like it's just weird because it's like if someone throws the stone at you and then they ask for your help, how do you respond? What if like the spiritual life is reacting to you doing that to it, because it's like, how does life work on a big simplified level? That's what's going on here. So it's like, it's not necessarily pity or no pity for someone's situation. It's not necessarily that. It's seeing a different type of context of mechanics that are happening, because like someone can laugh at me, but in the future, they might not understand like how I'm just helping the general collective matrix, and how like we all have our own part perhaps to possibly help each other. So like I have a different type of like intuitive awareness. So, but like that's the funnier thing is they're unknown to the fact that they could just like laugh at me, yet on a different level, maybe like, you know, maybe like they don't know how they're receiving help from me, you know. And then in the future there's going to be like a change of tune and tone in their behavior. So that's why that's why this shit is like it's more like, it's kind of like more comical to me, because it's like how like we all have basic reactions and instincts. So it's like if someone throws a stone at you but you ask for their help in the future, how do you respond? And how do you think nature would respond and beyond nature would respond? That's the thing. So like I'm aware of this shit, you know. I'm aware of this shit, and it is funny, so keep laughing at me because it's funny as fuck.